We've just got to play our game. It's got to be about us. We spoke all week. Everything's about us. You know, we respect Doncaster in every aspect, you know, on and off the field. We're a fantastic club, got a fantastic coach, and Richard, and a fantastic team. But we feel we have as well. So all week it's about us. And on the day, I think, if, you know, we turn up and we believe in our own strengths and ability, we've got a massive chance.
Well, Alan, a big thank you for joining us. And before we get to this weekend's big match, just a bit of a general catch-up. What's the mood in the dressing room like heading into this weekend's game?
Yeah, all good. Really excited. Players are really looking forward to it. There was a bit of an extra buzz. We've been real good at the moment. As we've been on a roll, so we've been excited for what it brings, you know, and especially getting into the final as such. It's that cup rugby magic, what it brings also with it.
And obviously, it's been a couple of weeks since you last played, but funnily enough, that was against Doncaster. So, touching upon that game a couple of weeks ago, what does that tell us about the challenge this weekend? You know, taking on Doncaster again.
It's going to be a lot tougher. We know that. We're not fools. We thought we was real good and composed the last game against them. They wasn't happy with their performance, so you know there's going to be an improvement from them. We also know that. We watched their game last week. We've also done video this week on that, and they was very much improved. And the Doncaster of old, you know, the team what's been pushing everybody all the way. So yeah, you know, it's going to be probably a classic of a game and a cracker to watch.
Was it handy as well to have the weekend off after, you know, that performance against Doncaster, just to take stock of where the squad is, fitness, tactics, and everything else? I mean, has it been handy having this little break?
Oh, we needed it desperately, to be honest. We were down on numbers. You know, I think on the Tuesday after the game against Doncaster, we gave them the night off, and then we trained Thursday with 12. You could train. So if we'd have had to play that weekend, we'd have been in real big trouble. And I think every club's been the same. So yeah, it was very much needed from ourselves, and we got time to get some guys in for a bit of rehab and some medical treatment and just had that rest time more than anything. And then obviously we trained last night, which was positive. We had everybody training, so hopefully, yeah.
Oh, that's great news. And one of those players who's hopefully for yourselves is up for selection this weekend is Dan Abraham. And we should mention, you know, the phenomenal season he's had, and he also took the points record in that Doncaster win a couple of weeks ago. So, I mean, what's his mood like, and your thoughts on that record that he broke this past week?
Fantastic achievement. You know, he deserves everything he gets. The young man does. He's one of them guys. He does a lot of extras himself. Obviously, his kicking side of the game, but not just the kicking where he's getting all the points. He's created so many. He's had so many assists in other people's tries this season. You know, and any other player would have been probably a little bit more selfish, and he probably could have popped over for a few himself. But he works so hard on his game, all-round game, and he thoroughly deserves what he's got. He's a credit to coach.
And touching upon the wider squad, obviously this season's been such an epic season for Swinton. Obviously, with Keighley being where they were in the league table, it was a case of finishing second. So, I mean, how pleased were you with the overall regular season that your squad embarked upon and succeeded with?
Yeah, you know, the efforts of the fellas have been superb. The club's been brilliant. There's been times where we've been really shot to pieces with numbers in squads. And I remember playing Keighley without 7 first-team regulars, and we pushed them all away, and we was really unfortunate. And they've been the outstanding team of the comp, you know. And it just shows, as much as we've found it tough at times, we've also been outstanding at times as well. And I'm really proud of everyone's efforts. You know, I look back at times and we've utilised all our squad. If you look at our squad, most people's played a high number of games. And it just shows the level of consistency we've got within the squad. You know, so it's been difficult leaving players out, but when we've needed them, if they come in, it just shows we got that bit right for this year.
Let's touch upon the Doncaster game then, off the pitch. I know there's a big push at the minute to get the shed sold out there at Hayward Road this weekend. How are our preparations going off the pitch for this big final?
Yeah, the club are working really hard. We've got quite a few things to deal with as well. We've got the United and City derby at the exact same time kickoff, which is a massive distraction for us as such, you know, because as you know, Manchester is a hotbed of football as well. So that's been difficult. But also the Leeds Centurions play as well also, and we do get quite a few fans from Lee who are fantastic with Swinton and support us also, and they're in the final, and hopefully they can do it as well. And we have got a few things to throw us, but the club are working so hard behind the scenes to actually get as many through the terraces as we possibly can.
And we should say, if you're a City fan or a United fan, the telly at Hayward Road, I've been in that bar, it's a big telly, so you're not going to miss much, are you?
And we've put there's 3 or 4 tellies up there, so wherever you stand in the bar, we'll make sure you watch the game. But I've no doubt if you come to this and the way the game's going to be, you're not really going to want to watch the football, I don't think.
No, and it's right next to the pie queue as well, which is also very handy. But just to touch upon, you know, what's at stake here. I mean, Swinton to get back to the Championship, one game at a time and all that. But what would it mean for you, Alan, for the squad and the club more generally to get back to the second tier?
It's where we feel we belong. It's really important, Ben, that, you know, when you play anything in life, it's sport, wherever it may be, you want to play at the best level you possibly can. And I know with the group of players I've got, and hopefully we're going to assemble, they deserve to be in the Championship. But, you know, Doncaster is going to have a massive say on that. So it's really important that we play smart and become smart. But also, the massive fact is, if, you know, you go off people being favourites in tags, Leeds Centurions are odds-on favourites to go up. So that's another Lancashire club out of the Championship, and that leaves Widnes. So we feel as though we can bring something to that competition, and we need that. We need another Lancashire team in that Championship. We need it for balance, and obviously players around that area as well. So it's really important. It's not just about us being in there. It's about, you know, the overall and the bigger picture.
And now just a closing thought, really, because this is the last time we're going to speak this season. So just to say a big thank you for joining me throughout this season. But what's your final thoughts as we head to this one last game, this one last push for the Swinton Lions this weekend?
We've just got to play our game. It's got to be about us. We spoke all week. Everything's about us. You know, we respect Doncaster in every aspect, you know, on and off the field. They're a fantastic club, got a fantastic coach and Richard, and a fantastic team. But we feel we have as well. So all week's about us. And on the day, I think if, you know, we turn up and we believe in our own strengths and ability, we've got a massive chance.
Well, Allan Coleman, head coach of the Swinton Lions, a big thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us this week, and best of luck this weekend.
Thanks, Ben. Cheers, mate.